has just done a 3:00.2 seconds.
So.
Okay, David, to watch the track limits.
What? Car left, clear left. New fastest lap for Webb, 2:59.78. Fucking hell.
P10.
Sector 1 is 4.0 seconds off the pace. Fastest lap for Webb, 2:58.61.
Hello Liam, this is called the Bend. It has 35 corners on it. It's more practice learning the track than anything else tonight. No serious racing, because I don't know the track, as you can see.
You've gone outside of track limits there.
Track just goes on and on forever. But at the moment, it's a no. But that's because I don't know it. I'm still learning. But we'll see how this evening goes. We've got plenty of time. I'm not bothered about going to do a particular race in it at the moment. .20 seconds off the pace at the moment.
P30. That's a new fastest lap for Webb, 2:57.82. On your right. Clear right.
Get to do.
All right. Right.
Turn
Clear.
when there's a
Mind these
corner.
track limits, please, David.
Have a look down here.
Activate limiter. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
Right again.
27.3.
There's too many corners. Hope they don't bring him to it.
The guy behind has just done a 3:21.8 V23.
Whoever's thought about this track must have had a brain fart.
Car left, clear left.
Oh, same corner, I've done it again.
Watch your speed, engage the limiter. Take care, there's a car approaching. Clear right. On your left, clear left.
Okay, then.
Right side, clear right.
Hello, Ryan.
Car right. Still there. Still there. Clear right, V30. Left side, clear left. Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Idiot.
Sector 2 is 4.7 seconds off the pace.
You alright? Going alright there?
Track
Until then.
limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Best track. That's my favourite track, Road America. Oh, it'd be America.
David, we need to watch these track limits.
Everybody's left. On my own. Almost got that corner right.
Third place.
Hey Dave,
Oh, Sam.
I'm only in here briefly. because I'm going to do some LMP3 practice tonight. But
I'll delete this lap.
what I was going to say to you is, I know it doesn't mean anything because you need them setups on. But you know, for the GT3 thing, I'm thinking of this over the rest of this week, trying them all and coming up with what I think are handling characteristics and putting it in this Fusion forum for people to see. Is that something you think would be good, or do you think I'm overdoing it?
No, I think that's a good thing. And also, what I actually need is average lap time, average fuel used per lap. If you can manage to do it, if you can't, don't worry. All right.
I'll make a note of this.
Because
just grabbing me phone.
Yeah. The reason I'm asking it is for the endurance race. All right.
Yes.
I'm still working quite hard on the. Yeah, it's coming along, but I tend to, at the moment it's like I add something, break something, so then I have to fix something, which then breaks more things. But
are you a programmer, are you?
Not by birth.
I like computers, but I can't program for toffee.
It was just something I decided. I looked at the spreadsheets and I thought, you know, I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
You have to make
2005, aren't they?
Yeah. So I thought, do you know what? Why don't I make an app that does everything in one go, and you never have to make another one. It just does it all for you. So it's coming along. Well, you've if you look at the homepage there, you'll see it's changed.
I will have a quick look now.
It's changed. It's changed a little bit.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's in iRacing chat.
Yeah.
Let's have a. Oh, nice. That's nice, that.
I changed the layout a bit to make it look a bit more neat and tidy.
Is that Tom Price?
Okay, David, you've got half your fuel left.
Welsh F1 driver.
Yeah, I've got his helmet on here,
24.
so that's actually quite appropriate. Tragic what happened to him, wasn't it? Brutal. If you ever seen that crash?
I have,
Whoa.
yeah. Not nice.
Turns stomachs, doesn't it, that crash? Yeah, so I'm going to go back in and practice some LMP3, but I thought I'd put that to you before I start overloading the forums with information.
But I hope you're alright with that picture. I mean, I didn't want to put
Oh, yeah. To be honest, I think there's like I said to you, it's not all been other people winding me up. Some of it's me.
Yeah.
Some of it's me because I'm touchy, and also, like I said, I'm one of these silly idiots that can smile and nod for hours, even when I'm around people who are no good. Sometimes in real life, this is, and then I'll be up at 2 in the morning and I'll be like, ugh, why didn't I say something?
Yeah. I think you've got to get in the habit of, if you're not sure, just ask.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're not happy, you must tell, and then we can sort out any issues before they get blown out of proportion.
Yeah, and also I think Steve has probably told you anyway, but I had this idea in my mind that if I did anything with anyone else, I couldn't be part of Fusion. But really, it's more a case of, as long as Fusion's my main jam, sort of thing, it's fine.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you. You've been a good member. You've been here for a long time, Sam. So.
Yeah, apologies for giving people grey hairs, but in a way I'm glad we've worked stuff out.
Already got grey hair, so it didn't matter.
Tom Price, from what I hear as well, was really fast.
Yeah.
Just a bit unlucky.
Was unlucky.
Yeah. I like the website.
It's coming along slowly. I keep adding bits to it. There's a lot in the back end that you can't actually see at the moment.
Yeah, that's the story of programming, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a French friend who's a programmer. He's quite well to do because he's a programmer. but I've looked at his basic stuff he does, and I'm just like mind blown.
What
I can build PCs, but I can't program. Carry on.
I was going to take a screenshot so you could see some of the
Back
stuff I
end.
do, some of the back end stuff. I can remember how to do a screenshot. Print screen should do it, shouldn't it?
Yes.
But I can just paste that straight on. Which one it's. I'm not sure which one this is going to put it in, so just hang on. I'll post it.
I like how you've got Anthony as Jack Villeneuve.
Fire sales too big. Haven't got. There's a program on here that I normally have put on the other PC. Well, I can just grab the screen straight with it.
It's a strange question for you. We've had a good bitch about James Marsden, but actually, he's back.
Well,
I mean, I'm not complaining if he comes back, but...
But there was no issues with him last night, so...
Yeah.
And he wants to do endurance. He wants to do the endurance with us, so...
Keep it coming. Long may it continue, I say.
He's put himself down. Yeah. An option.
I caught a bit of your stream, and I'm wondering if I should have bought this track. I'm not going to lie.
I'll tell you what. It's going to take a lot of learning.
Oh, jeez.
Tell you what, I'm going to. You can't. It doesn't give any passwords away or any email. The email address is my email address. So if you look on the stream.
The stream. Oh, your stream.
Yeah.
It'd be easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll just get rid of Race Labs out of the way for a minute.
Silly me. Yeah. Put the volume down because there's no doubling. So that's the back end of it.
But the page that you can see now, that's where I add or edit team members. All right.
Yeah.
There's a team information page where I can add it up, and that all gets displayed straight on the front page. I can change the logo. I've got an announcements bit that I'm going to configure that so team members will actually get an email when that goes up. There's an announcement. Go and have a look, see what it says. And then we have race schedule, race management, where I can edit each race. I can do the strategy of it's broken by the looks of it. No, it's not. No, drivers are selected. It gives you the time of the race, your stint duration, and I've added it so you can select the chance of rain. But that needs refining because 10% of chunks is too much. There we go back. Yeah. You can delete it, but I don't want to delete it.
This is clever stuff.
And then there's a page where I add all the different cars and some information about the cars. I'm gonna that's gonna get refined where I upload a picture for each car. And then there's race reports, which needs work. Yeah, it's not fixed. It's not finished yet. Then there's a stats page for me to update, and it tells me how many times we've used each car, track. Then there's a settings page, blah blah blah. And you can log out, but I don't want to log out. And there's the dashboard that gives you an overall races coming up, any recent changes are made. And then you've got races coming up, completed, total drivers, active cars. So you can
wow.
I've set it so you can make drivers active or inactive, but they'll still be listed there. So the next time they turn up, like Mr. Mars and like Nathan, he won't be doing races with us every time. So when he's not racing with us, I just put him in active until the next time he does do a race.
Yeah.
So
This is cool stuff.
he won't show up when we're not using him.
This sounds like a dumb question because we're not in season.
Yeah,
But obviously, because I'm going to be doing a bit with both groups, and there's going to be days where I don't show up here.
yeah.
What is the quietest day of the week for you? Because that's when I feel like I should be here in a way. Because it sucks when you're on your Todd. I'll say that much.
That's probably a Thursday. It'd be the
So Thursday is your quiet day.
in the week. Yeah.
So in other words, Monday and Wednesday messing around my own thing or other people. Tuesday and Thursday fusion.
Well,
Makes sense.
Monday you do a bit of you're doing some learning with Daniel, and then they come over and we all do some practice for the week, don't we?
Yes, that's right. That's correct.
And then obviously Tuesday I'm with Imza, and hopefully Stevie will turn up for at least one race.
Hey, if I'm
Brits
doing
will be around.
GT3 for the Watkins, I might even do IMSA.
Yeah, because
Get
at
used
least
to
you'll
the car.
Yeah, you will. You get used to the car.
Yeah.
This track is a nightmare. It's 35 corners you have to learn, and there's a lot of first gear corners at the moment.
I was actually spending time trying to find a half decent picture, but to be honest, I kind of like having Tom Price there. To be honest, because I kind of like the guy, even though I didn't know him or meet him. It's kind of a tribute.
If you want to keep it there, it's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, if I can find something better, I will, but I'm kind of happy with that because I like Tom Price, and he lives, I think he was born 20 miles from me.
Not too far in.
I think, or 25.
If you're on the stream, you can have a watch around this track on this lap. Oh, I need race laps running.
I'm going to probably jump back over now because we're going to do some LMP3 stuff. But I just started popping just to say, A, say hello, and B, figure out if I'm overloading you with information, which I'm clearly not.
No.
So I might do that this week. Give you my pointers on the cars.
Yeah,
and
if you can get your average lap time and your average fuel usage per lap.
Yeah.
Because then that help. I can work it out between us all what we're doing, and then I can work out roughly how many litres per lap we're going to be using for the whole race, and then that would work out the stints better roughly for what we're doing.
Righto. Cool. Well, if I don't speak to you before, I will be back here tomorrow.
Alright, mate.
Alright?
Yeah.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll speak to you later.
Cool.
Ta-da.
Have fun.
It takes it is clear. Don't cross the line.
The race laps. I won't race laps already. Where's my race? You've got to be kidding me. think that's what I have. Might be something else missing, I don't know. Yeah. Garage cover. That should be open. Right, I knew there was one missing. Sorry, loose. Give this go for another 20 minutes and I'm gonna...
Exit's clear. Push. You've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. Black flag. We'll make to pit to serve this penalty. Front right, 100%. Rear right, 100.
It's a nightmare. 35 corners, it's ridiculous.
Pit exit is clear. Push now.
Oh, thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. I can't remember every turn around here. It'll take you a week.
35.
Slow down enough.
Watch the track limits, please, David.
David.
Hello, Craig.
Hello, David. Mate, this Formula V's fun.
This what?
I think it's the Formula V or the Formula 1600.
I can't stand. Well, I say I can't stand. I'm not very good in them.
It's fun. Real fun.
Have you been around this new track yet?
Yeah, I have, yeah. It's fucking horrible.
Yep.
The track, fuck me, it's horrible.
It's so many corners you got to try and remember.
Yeah, and I feel a few of them look the same.
Yes, they do.
Very deceiving corners. A little bit like Circuit to Leather.
Yeah. Some of them, they mislead you as well. You think you can go into them at a much faster speed, and then you realise, oh shit, much tighter.
Yeah, I think I know which corner you're on about too. Yeah, you should try the Formula V's, man. Formula license. We might end up being in the same race as each other, because I'm like 1.7k.
Formula V.
Yeah, I think it's Formula V or Formula 1600. One of the two. They're like races every 10, 20 minutes.
Right,
Whatever it is.
Let's have a look. Let's go and have a
There's
look.
one. There's one that's just started, like just now. But like, I'll do the. I want to do one more after this, and I'm gonna like go and do what I can with the dogs. But
I have a
real good fun.
I have a quick shifty. As long as it's not ranked.
It is ranked, yeah.
Oh god. Well, it don't matter. So it's only a Formula license.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I'm currently like C class.
Are you actually in a race now? Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, one's just began. Yeah. Get a little bit of practice in. Come on, track.
1600, isn't it? I can't get in your
Is it?
session.
I think it is. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get in this one because we've just opened. But the next one, it's like.
Is it the Formula FF16?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Circuit
something like
d'Elite.
that.
I can't even remember that place.
Yes, yeah. It's not easy.
No, it's not. I've driven this car, so I've got a skin for it. But
Yeah. I got a P3 and I think I got a P3 in. Oh, mate, got P3 in top split last race. Woohoo!
Next race is at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, they're every 15 minutes, I think, or something. The race is only 10 minutes long.
Are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready for that one?
Mm. Yeah. Well, by the time I finish, I'm able to register for another one, but I don't know if it's directly the next one.
Well, I'll wait then because I'll jump into practice. I'll wait to see whether you get out. Otherwise, it'll be the one after that, won't it?
Yeah. Well, I think so. Yeah.
Take it, it's fixed.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I don't know. They're every half an hour, so I think I might make the next one. No.
Next one's at 21.
Yeah, 21:15. I'll definitely make.
That's every 15 minutes then. If there's one at 2015.
Yeah, real good opportunity to farm SR if you can be safe. A lot of corners and short, really short.
I'm already an A license.
Yeah, I'm not. I've also had like 3 really bad races around here. One of them was a disqualification. Yeah, so come here for safety. I ended up going underneath the limit that I needed to be under. I should have just left it.
This is a weird track, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
When it goes the other way as well. Bigger controls.
Wait, is it backwards?
Well, it is. It's backwards to what I'm used to. It's I mean, it's probably the right way, but it just looks weird. Why can't I figure?
Alright.
It's not letting me configure controls. Oh, let's do it that way. That way. Oh, I haven't got. For some reason, I've got no controls for this car.
Oh,
Takes 2 seconds to set them up.
you should just.
Is it a round wheel?
That it does have a round wheel, yes, but
Yeah, I'm not using.
you need to have that unticked thing at the bottom where it covers across all of the setups across all of the cars. But don't do that now because you'll save what you've currently got as all of your other setups. But when you're next time in your car that you like, just drop in the little tick button in the controls part at the bottom.
Yeah, I've got that
It
set
won't
already.
Temperature's rising. It's now.
Yeah, so you don't want it
Celsius.
ticked because it's currently now set to individual cars have individual setups.
Right.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
If I'm right in saying, what does it actually say? What's the box say?
Use custom controls to this car.
Yeah. So untick that. You don't want custom control.
Throttle. Have I got a throttle? Yeah. Brake. That'd be interesting to see if that works. I don't have a clutch. Shift up. Shift down. No. I don't know why it insists on you open a button. Look left and right.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Aujourd'hui ne devrait pas vous donner l'envie de dormir. Installez-vous confortablement. Place au spectacle, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs.
Oh, that's a great track.
Les pilotes sont terriblement motivés pour la course d'aujourd'hui. Attention donc au moment d'aborder le premier virage. Oui, parce qu'il risque de ne pas y avoir de la place pour tout le monde.
Cloud Tech. What the fuck's that?
On rappelle que pour d'évidentes raisons,
You got the right setup on.
les chiens doivent être
Let's,
tenus en
I,
laisse.
Still need to
Garage.
choose. In that case, it's not fixed. Sorry, that's my fault. You need to choose the right setup.
right.
I think it's just called Lebanon.
Yeah, I got one. That's better.
On rappelle que pour d'évidentes raisons de sécurité.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. There's a car approaching. Stay in your lane.
What's your fastest lap time?
In a race, 27.1. I just qualified P1 with a 27.8. But I've seen someone do a 26.5.
Shit. Turning.
And it's remember it's standing start as well.
There's a lot of blind corners on here.
Yeah, a lot. This is like Interlagos, but in reverse. Like everything that Interlagos is, this isn't.
Yeah.
But with the same
shit.
layout. With the same layout.
Why can't they flatten it down a bit?
Right side's
Every
clear.
turning blind on a corner.
Yeah.
Fastest lap for Willem, 128.4.
Fucking wankers.
Bit more.
Well, I'm the highest qualified driver with a 1 next to his name on his I rating, so I'll take that.
Have you finished?
No. Done the quali. Race is just about to start.
No, yeah, you definitely ain't gonna get there.
The 20 minutes I will. In the one in 20 minutes I will.
Yeah, if it's only a 10-minute race, you should do it. Oh shit, that corner's still there.
Sector 2 is 3.7 off the pace.
Yeah, that fucking bend track, man. Like, I'm pretty tolerant when it comes to corners and getting fast and learning the track. I'm pretty like tolerant with getting that. It's the slow process. I get that. Some people it's fast, but that takes the fucking
New fastest
biscuit,
lap
man.
for Willem,
Like,
127.
I did it for nearly 2 hours and I couldn't get the last 2 corners right. Just couldn't remember what corner was coming next. So annoying. Like that last sector before the line, it's just like there's already a sector that's happened that looks just like it, and I'm like, this is just a piss take.
Yeah, that is the problem. It's just too many corners in it.
I did the shorter layout in the Porsche Cup. That was fun.
That's on the calendar for. I think one of the races. I can't remember which one.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I'll be doing it.
See, it could be fun though. Yeah, I might get involved in the Porsche Cup a little bit more this season because it's just such a fun car to drive. Even though it lacks grip, it's got so much mechanical grip. In my opinion.
That corner gets me every fucking time. Oh, so did he.
That's a new fastest lap for Willem, 127.5.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'll do it. Maybe 1 or 2 more races, and I'm packing my shit away for a few days.
The pit exit looks clear.
I'm tired. Just want to do something else. Make a few tracks or something.
Not like this. Pit exit's fucking shit. Where is this place?
France.
The estimated SOF is 2,171.
No.
Fuck's the French! I'll put myself on push to talk.
You what?
I'll just put myself on push to talk so you can't hear all the commentary because I can't be able to put my headphones in.
Alright. Commentary
The
done
guy
wrong, mate.
behind has just done a 144.0. Fastest lap for Willem, 127.1.
27's in there, yeah. I'm only 15 seconds off.
P20. This lap won't count, you've cut the track. The track temperature is increasing, it's now 34 Celsius.
Moved on one corner from going off every turn lap.
P24. Front left, 100%. Left rear, 100. All clear on pit exit.
Avec ses 3156 mètres seulement, le circuit de Denon est l'un des plus courts de la saison. Le tracé
B26. Sector 2 is 2.1, off the pace. B25. Sector 1 is 1.5, off the pace. B23.
You there?
Front right, 99%. Right rear, 99.
You there, Craig? You there, Craig?
Yeah, so, oh, fucking hell, push to talk. I forget that I turned that on. Yeah, man, just finished, signed up for the next one.
All right. Signing up now. You've only got 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm signed up.
It's going to be a laugh. I'm absolutely shit round here. I keep trying to drive it like an LMP2.
Yeah. This has got lots of understeer, man.
Yeah, and you got to remember, don't downshift too soon.
Yeah, in this car, very much so. Man, I was going for a 26.8 in the last race. Fucking got involved in an incident.
I managed a 33.3.
Oh, shit.
I haven't done this. I've only done this track, I think, once, twice. All up and down. It's fucking horrible. Another one they should put in the bin.
Remember, there's no pit limit.
I'm not going that quick to get to need it.
The pit exit looks clear. The track temp's increasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
Good man, then.
Car left. Clear left. Left side.
Last corner's a
Still
real
there.
bitch.
Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Your exit looks clear. Stay behind the line. Cold tyres all round.
Wow. Practice there, didn't we?
Yeah, time to register.
Must be mental doing this. What the fuck? Are there not many people doing this thing?
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
I don't think that's not that many.
What's your I rating?
1.8.
Oh yeah, there you are. So you're down the bottom.
2 spots right behind you.
Yeah, you'll be way in front. Rubbish.
The pit exit's clear.
I'm probably not going to focus too much on driving for the win on this.
Her safety rating's not that clever, is it?
No. That's actually fucking annoying. I find myself getting it when I'm in. Don't take this personally, but when I'm in and around sort of 1.5, 2k drivers, I tend to struggle. I just because I can't predict what they're about to do, so I tend to get involved in more incidents because I drive and tend to put my nose in places because that's how I drive.
Yeah.
Yo, who y'all got in the race? Ashton Hall or Speed? Yeah, nice man.
All right, David. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
No. I need to change the brake, guys.
Yeah, no problem, Craig.
This will be fun.
We've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
I've got a I've got a checkered flag, but it's still going.
Don't have a checkered flag on my overlay.
The leader's just done a 128.9. The leader has just done a 128.6.
Oh, white flag is on it.
The leader's just done a 127.2.
I won't be doing any of that then.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 34 Celsius.
V2's not bad.
Yeah, should be all right. Still lost 4/10 though. It slid.
Big rider back, I think.
Oh.
Wait for everybody to crash.
Mm. Yeah, you'll definitely get a few. Key for the start is hold 6,000 revs, and then I tend to shift up when the green light goes, and then I kind of coast with the low throttle, and then I go into it once the car's got grip, because it will wheel spin.
Okay.
But 6,000 revs, kind of 5,500, 6,000 revs kind of stops that. If you go to 7,000, you'll get like a slide out of the corner. You'll get a slide out off the line. Fucking hell. What am I thinking of?
Starting in the pits.
Huh?
Where is everybody? They're all in the pits.
Now I normally wait until like 20 seconds to get out to keep the tyres as warm as possible.
Bro, I like your car.
Good luck, everyone.
Seconds.
The estimated SOF is 2,370.
10 seconds. 10 minutes. You've not got much time to sort this out. The track temp is 34 Celsius. The air temp is 20. This will be a standing start. Okay, David, get ready. Floor it. Good start. The guy in front is car number 11, C license. Vasquez, car number 3, is now leading.
You're touching anybody and getting 4x. What the fuck?
Echo.
th place. The gap to car number 11 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.3 seconds.
It's off there.
The leader has just done a 127.6. On your right. Hold your line. Right side's clear. Car number 6 is getting closer. The gap's come down to 0.2. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Left side, clear left. Car left. Still there. Still there, clear left.
Go ahead, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Car right, clear right.
Fucking hell, I'll do it eventually.
Okay, David, the next car is Adkins, car number 5,
Right.
E-license, and their rating is 2.9.
You're breaking up quite a lot.
P15. Nice and smooth, don't overdrive the car. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. The gap to P14 ahead is increasing. It's now 5.6 seconds. The track temperature is falling. It's now 32 Celsius. We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel. That was a 131.2. New fastest lap for Vasquez, 126.9.
Wait.
You've just done a 131.2. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 30 Celsius. New fastest lap for Vasquez, 126.8. Last lap. Your lap time was 131.3. Sector 1 is 2.1 off the pace. The car ahead is not the cleanest racer. Brown, car number 8, the license, and their rating is 2.4.
Hey, why are you blocking for 13th place, bro? For real?
Jason, so you just rifle me then?
Doing this again. Oh, what happened to you, Greg?
Fastest lap for Vasquez, 126.5.
Right.
That's a new fastest lap for Hunt, 126.4. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, David. Fourteenth. Okay, that's the finish.
This is
Well
just
done, mate. That's the
disgusting.
end of the session.
When?
Just incident points. Just like you touch someone, you get 4x. You touch someone, you get another 4x. You touch someone, you get another 4x. And by that, you just get fucking disqualified. It's just ridiculous.
Wow.
What the fuck? Like no damage, no nothing. Just small little touches, 4x's. What on earth
No,
is
that's
this fucking shit?
ridiculous, that, isn't it? So you got disqualified?
Yeah.
I might go and see. I might pop in the Falkland to see what they're doing.
I've signed up for the next one.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't enjoy that at all. I was way at the back. I was so far off. I was 4 seconds slower than everybody.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I'd have been a bit closer, then I would have done it. But I don't know the track that well, and the car I've not driven much, and every time I turn into some of the corners, the back end decided to go the other opposite direction to where I want to go.
Yeah, it's not an easy car to drive, no, that's for sure.
Pit lane speed limit is 40 kilometers per hour. Black flag will need to come into the pits to serve it. Limiter's still on. Disengage it. Pit exit's clear. Push.
Will.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty. Pit exit looks clear. Fastest lap for Fletcher, 1:43.48.
Stop. Yeah.
Sorry about that, GT4.
No worries, mate. We're all still learning the track.
Mind these track limits, please, David. Your last. That's a new fastest lap for Fletcher, 1:43.11.
Fucking hell. Get the brake.
You're outside of track limits there. Sector 1 is 1.4 off the pace. Okay, David, we need to watch these track limits. Fastest lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. All clear on pit exit, you can push now.
So you know they've gone with this whole new flag. You can fly your own flag.
Yeah, yeah, bollocks though.
Yeah, why? What do you mean?
Well, there's no Welsh flag, no Irish, Scottish flag.
Is there not? Oh
No.
shit.
No English flag. It's the Union Jack.
Well, Great Britain is the country.
No,
England is
no,
the
no,
state.
no. Great Britain isn't a country.
Yeah, it is.
No, England's a country. Scotland's a country.
No,
Wales
it's
is
a
a
state.
country.
No, they're states, buddy. It's
No,
the difference
no.
between a state.
They're not-
Yeah.
No.
They all operate under the Crown, which the Crown is the Crown of Great Britain and the British Isles. Sorry, buddy, I guarded the Queen, man. And this is one subject I specifically know. It's just like America. America is the United States, and the state within it is essentially the same as England.
Watch the track limits.
That's why we're
please,
broken
David.
into four. It's the United Kingdom. The kingdom. King's Dominion.
Yeah, England.
Yeah, no. Great Britain is the kingdom. If you look at it, it's the kingdoms of Great Britain. Great Britain and the British Isles. Yeah, look, the states of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland are states. They don't operate under under the they don't completely operate
Left front,
under the same laws.
94%. Left rear,
They
95.
report to the Crown, but they're states, buddy. They're known as states. It's a very specific difference because it's the difference between the region of Palestine and the state of Israel. Really important that people know this. Ask yourself a question: why is it that England don't appear at the Olympics?
Why? Because we allow,
Yeah.
because we have England do it. No, Great Britain. We go as Great Britain for there for some reason, but we got English football team. Right?
Yeah,
we got England
because-
team, England women's team.
Yeah, football teams don't. Football's a business. It doesn't operate under the same guise as the Olympics. The Olympics is official. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but the Olympics, we operate under Great Britain under the Olympics because the country is Great Britain.
Under Google, according to Google, England is a country, but not an independent one. It's one of four
It's a state.
constituent countries of the United Kingdom, which is the sovereign state. Wales,
A
Scotland
state.
are also countries within the UK. That's what it says.
Google also says that the city of London isn't a city. Like Google, I have to split hairs here with Google, man. Google isn't always right.
All right, we'll try Wikipedia then. Wikipedia. You can't argue with Wikipedia.
Try looking on the government website. They tell you. The government says it's the states of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. States. It tells you. The Crown is the country. Literally, the government literally tell you that the states of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. You have to understand what the difference between a kingdom and a state is. A state is a democracy. A kingdom is not. It's a monarchy. This is where the illusion. If you start to decipher the truth, you'll start to see where the illusion is. The Google's a massive part on that illusion. It plays a big part on it. You have to ask yourself a real question here, man. If we live in a democracy, then we shouldn't have a king. So, like, that tells you that we live in a state of England in the country of Great Britain, or the United Kingdom.
Well, everywhere I've looked, England is a country.
Looking on the government website is a real good help. It tells you right at the bottom.
Which part on the bottom?
It tells you the corporation PLC number. It tells you like the PLC policies of the states of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. It tells you.
Policy papers and constituent.
Sorry.
Policy papers.
Policy. So who writes policies?
Government.
So when you're a publicly limited company or a trading company or a government body, you have to go by a corporation number, which is the Corporation of England. England is a corporation, which makes it a state. England is a business. That's why England is different from a state. It's slightly, politically speaking, different from a country. Country is religious based, state is politically based. The major differences. You have to understand what the crown is.
I know what the crown
The
is.
crown, yeah, the crown is the monarch. England doesn't operate in a dictatorship.
No.
Therefore, so England can't be a country. It has to be a state.
The monarchy, she's a head of state, but she's just a figurehead. Well,
No, she's not.
Well,
She's the head of the Commonwealth. She's the
Yes.
head of the Commonwealth.
But,
She is the most powerful figure on this. He is the most powerful figure on this planet. He owns the most assets globally. Whatever you've been told to think that he's a figurehead, he opens up Parliament every year. Parliament is what passes law.
yeah, Parliament does, not him.
If he doesn't open up Parliament, the country doesn't operate.
It's only done that way as tradition. There's no actually legal binding. The king has no real
it's
power.
legal. The league, he has. Oh my goodness! If you go and kill someone right now, you're going to answer to who?
It's called the crown, but he's not. He doesn't have the power.
Yes, he does. Who does the state opening of Parliament? This is something I've done, my man. I've opened and stood in front of the Queen and done the state opening of Parliament. Who knocks on the doors of the House of Commons?
Blackrod.
No, King. The Queen does. The King does. They knock on the door and open up Parliament for the season. If the King does not knock on the door, Houses of Parliament does not open, and the laws on behalf of the people cannot be proposed to the King. The King has final say on whether the law is passed or not. The government proposed the laws to the King. That's why he opens up the Parliament for the year. There's a huge illusion, my man. Like, we live in a state, just like the state of Arizona in the country of the United States. We've even called the United Kingdom, like the United Arab Emirates, which are Arab states, which is part of the Islamic State. It's really important information here, because it tells you the country is actually the City of London, is the country. Like, that's a country. Like the country of the Vatican. We live in the United Kingdom. We live under the King's dominion. We are the King's dominion. England separates purely for a GDP. That's all the reason why England was created, to allow for a GDP to happen. I've told you this about birth certificates. It's all linked. Really is all linked. I just wish people would listen to me more.
I'm not going to argue with you about it.
No. Well, there is a point.
To get these 4.3 seconds.
I'll post you a question that you can Google right now.
Car 3
Is Great Britain, is England two countries? Just Google that. Is England two countries?
Alright, doing it now. No.
Perfect.
The answer is no.
Yeah, perfect. That's good, because that leads to my next question. How many cities are in London?
You got the City of London.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. Google it. How many cities are in London?
Right, might help.
What does it say?
Hold on.
Okay.
My thumbs are getting in my way. Right, there's two officially designated within the Greater London. The City of London, also known as the Square Mile, and the City of Westminster.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So now ask the final question. Is the City of London inside the United Kingdom? Really, I had to ask those two questions first. Google will not be honest about this.
Big thumbs, little fingers.
Like, is the City of London inside the United Kingdom?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get it to do. Well, what do you think it says?
I know what it says.
What does it say then?
It won't answer the question.
It says yes. It's the capital, which is what everybody believes. Everybody knows that London is the capital of the UK, of England.
Westminster's the capital of England. The City of London is not inside the United Kingdom. It's a district. It's a separate district, just like... This is why I'm telling you, Google lies. Because it's the setup for the City of London, which is the square mile, the actual square mile, is an independent district. Just like this District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. The Washington District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. It tells you. And the District of the Vatican. All three of them are exactly the same functionalities. The City of London, the square mile, is not inside the United Kingdom. It has its own police force. It has the Queen, the King, is actually not allowed inside the square mile of London because it's not part of the United Kingdom. However,
Like
the Inns of Court, which underwrites all of the law for the United Kingdom, which is the City of Westminster and the surrounding areas, that they are based inside the square mile of London. Inns and those Inns of Court's names, those branches are called Gray's House, Lincoln House, Middle Temple and Inner Temple. And these are full of all of the barristers that perfect all of the laws around the UK. It's not part of the United Kingdom. This is why I'm trying to prove to you that Google lies. Because there's certain stuff that Google just doesn't want you to know as a general person. The City of London and London, the City of Westminster, are two cities within the cities of London. That's why the City of Westminster and everything surrounding is counties.
Yeah.
Even though you look at Twickenham, Twickenham is in London, but it's not in London. It's in Middlesex. There's my point. But that's my point. The City of Westminster is the capital, because that's where Buckingham Palace is. That's where the Queen's House is. That's where everything central. That's where Whitehall is. That's where Downing Street is. Downing is right on the edge of the square mile. Right on the edge. Because the Queen is not allowed in it. Like, the royal family is not allowed in there. They're only allowed into the UK and the Commonwealth countries, and by invitation to other countries if they so please, if they're allowed. But they're not allowed inside the square mile of London, because it's owned by the banks, and the banks own the Queen. As you know, the Queen's, the royal family's money hasn't come from England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland. It's come from a German family called the de Rothschild family. They've been directly f***ing our royal family. And in
I
the
just
60s,
thought I'd waffle away before I go off soon. Sorry to interrupt you, Craig.
Yeah, no worries, man. Sorry. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, tough track, innit, Dave?
Oh yes.
Goodly circuit.
Have you done the full one?
No. I think I was saying to the other two, I've hit a wall. I'm unusually tired for this time of night, so I'm gonna just shut down and go to sleep.
Why not?
It's weird because normally I'm like 12 o'clock. Let's go, but no, not tonight. You done many races, Craig, tonight?
Yeah, not a bad night, to be fair. Yeah. just
How
this
do you find
post-
the GT3s?
Yeah, quite nice. Did the Spa yesterday. I haven't done much of the Bend today just because it's a new track, but the Spa was pretty good. In 17.2s fixed, so yeah, it feels nice.
Sure, I did a high 18 something in the Mustang.
Right. Yeah, 17.2 in the Mustang for me.
I'm not so worried though, because I know GT3 is your specialty, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the one my pace tends to favour, yeah, that's for sure.
And also your 3K, am I right?
4.
He's 4K.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 1.5, 1.6 seconds off 4K. No, it's not good.
Yeah, but that's on fixed setup as well, Sam, so...
That's very true, yes. Very true.
Let's see. I don't know yet. Like Lawrence in our server, he's doing 16.1s.
Wow.
Well,
Which is insane. That's ludicrously fast. Yeah, I will say one thing quickly, David. I was 4 years of my life. I was a Household Cavalry member, Queen's War Guard. So I learned a lot about Whitehall, Buck Palace, Victoria, Chelsea and Westminster, Chelsea Barracks, all of this kind of area, St James's Palace and stuff. I spent a lot of time in and out of there, and you kind of learn what's what, and like you kind of learn the power of the Queen. Like the royal family isn't portrayed very well publicly because like they stole the throne. I don't want to go too deep into the history, but the throne of this current Saxe-Coburg family, which you have to remember, this family stole the throne. Like they changed their name just after World War II or just after World War One. I can't. And sometimes the dates catch me because they didn't want the British people to recognise that they were of German descent, German and Danish descent. So the actual name of the family is not Windsor; it's actually Saxe-Coburg. But that was they changed that before they just really started taking over this country. So like the throne, the crown is actually governed by consent, which you really have to understand what governed by consent. We live in a state that's governed by consent. So ultimately the common man has superiority over anything that's related to a corporation, and that only is available to a sovereign being. And the Queen, the King and her entire family are known as sovereign beings. That means if you're not a sovereign being, or if you've not claimed your sovereignty, or if you gave up your sovereignty at birth, the royal family will therefore always have power over you, whether you like it or not. This is really quite deep level stuff. But again, I don't want to make myself sound crazy because I understand that my conversations sometimes make me seem like I'm crazy. But when I say to people, you, myself, anybody in this chat, anybody ever that listens to these words that I say, we were all sold as children. Before we were even aware of what was going on, a transaction was made through the people that gave birth to you and the government that bought you from your parents. And the certificate of that transaction is known as a birth certificate. That's why you have your bond now. I think I briefly mentioned this before. So like...
It seems familiar.
Yeah, these kind of things are really important because they tell you how much power the actual monarch actually has. And the moment you do anything against the legislation, not law, because what we have in place at the moment is legislation, not law. What law is common, not legislation is corporate based, and we live in a corporate environment. Like I said, this is why I'm telling you that we live in the state of England, because we live in a corporation. England is a state, a corporation, which is based around a GDP. If the money doesn't go in, everything collapses. This is why taxes are so important. But like, going back to the birth certificate, when you were born, your parents shook hands with HM Revenue and Customs and said, we will allow for you to have a birth certificate attached to your name, therefore clarifying your name as a human, as a corporation on behalf of a human being, and in return the government will offer you services like education, medication, pharmaceuticals, housing, fire, emergency services. All of this you will get in return for that birth certificate. And what's created is that birth certificate is then created a line of credit for your life.
Now for now, gentlemen. Speak to you tomorrow.
All right, good night, Sam.
Black flag. We'll need to pit to serve the penalty. Pit exit is clear.
Yeah, so it just a line of credits opened for you with the banks, and then that's how Le Bond and like Wall Street gets its power, which is why the City of London protects Washington so much, because Washington
is clear. Watch the
essentially Wall Street and New York trade upon the birth certificates created in the West, and if they don't get traded upon, everything collapses. So this is where fiat currency is based around. GDPs, humans, and oil.
Until the oil runs out.
Yeah, but that's all going to change. But like, I do really want you to sort of gauge the gravitas of that. The royal family are extremely powerful, not just because of who they are, but who they're commanded by, and because of the assets. So, like, have you seen the film The Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right at the start, Neo, also known as One, he talks about the White Rabbit being in the Matrix. Like that's what introduces him to the Matrix, seeing the White Rabbit. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's a direct reference to history. So when Queen Victoria, when she went bankrupt, which the UK has been bankrupt in the past, which was why birth certificates and surnames were created to alleviate that bankruptcy, she sold her breeding rights to the Rothschild family, or formerly known as the de Rothschild family of France and like Middle Europe. So like they were like Indo-Germanic, and she sold her rights. So because the amount of Commonwealth that the monarch had and sat on top of, she was very much attractive to very rich bankers who could open up line of credits to wage war. And that's what the de Rothschild family did during the 1900s, which Hitler writes about. He specifically writes about this in Mein Kampf. He writes about how the last 100 years, the de Rothschild family specifically had got themselves into financial power where they were being financial adversaries and financial beneficiaries to every single royal family in Europe, which at the time, all of those royal families were related. They were in conjunction, running power together. The Austrians were related to the Germans were related to the French related to the Norwegian and the Danish, who were all related to the Dutch and the British. It was all like, there's a lot of incestuality going on here. Like, keeping bloodlines pure. Like, there's a lot of this been going on, which is why they worship sex. I don't want to digress too much on that subject, because I don't know if you believe a lot about what you've heard about Prince Charles and his affiliations with Jimmy Savile, but I will only say one reference there is that Prince Charles, who's now King Charles, the most powerful man on the planet, he was the man that gave Broadmoor Prison to Jimmy Savile. I say no more. Him and Louis Mountbatten. So if that's enough for you to go and have a look at what Jimmy Savile for and how close he was with Prince Charles at the time, you'll then realise where the royal family have got their power and where they've made their money. Which is why they so absolutely dominantly need consent for their power. Which is why they focus so hard on making you love them. And behind closed doors, they're doing very dirty things. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein he's literally the icing on the cake? You know about Jeffrey Epstein?
I know a bit about. I don't really follow I know what he was in prison for and whatnot. I don't follow it.
So yeah, I as a child that's come from abuse when I was a kid, I'm quite against that sort of stuff. To like quite violently aggressive. against that kind of behaviour, like nonces and, you know, like that kind of ilk of people. And I've always sort of asked the question myself, like, are there any politicians that are in government that are demanding dual amounts of taxes feeding off of children? And it turns out there's quite a lot of them. There's a Labour Party member who was convicted back in 2020 of being involved in that sort of stuff whilst in government. And I just think to myself, like, so how do the politicians get paid? So they get paid through their own companies and also through taxes. So if they're getting paid through taxes, who's paying for them? Well, the general people, the general public. So now, if the government is fueled by like many pedophiles, and if there are enough pedophiles in that cabinet, and there are plenty that are not speaking up about these fellow nonces, then I start to think, well, hang about, my tax is paying for them. Even if 0.2 pence of every pound is going to the government, they're feeding off that, which to me is consent. That's purely how I see it. Like, I've always seen it like that. Like, that's exactly what consent looks like. So when I start to look at this government and the things they're involved in, I start to look to, well, okay, so if they're lying about their history, they're lying about their careers, they're lying about, in some cases, their names. Boris Johnson's name's actually Alex. Didn't know if you knew that.
So Craig, 1 second. I need to shut down the stream because you've got people listening in here.
Okay. I'm shit. I forgot we was on stream. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. So I'm going to shut the stream down. So thank you for everybody listening. I hope you got some aspirin somewhere. I'll catch you all later.